Secondly, one microphone. Speak from the I perspective. Move up, move back, land your plane. Use appropriate and respectful language and the chat. Respect other points of view. Judgment, a free zone. Thank you.
Hello, good morning, everyone. My name is Russell Taylor. The meeting agenda, we're going to have an introduction to We Act for Environmental Justice, also announcements from We Act staff, a presentation from the Planning Committee, a presentation from We Act member Donna Gill on her role and responsibilities as a commissioner of the Civic Engagement Commission, and also a presentation from We Act member Anthony Carrion on participatory budgeting, a presentation from Taisha Smalls on what's on the ballot, and then we'll have our closing statements. Next slide, please.
Okay.
Okay, I can jump in here. Good morning, everybody. My name is Annie, and I'm the Climate Justice Campaign Coordinator at We Act. We and the Climate Justice Working Group have been pushing New York City to get to zero waste by 2030. And so we are asking everybody here to take 30 seconds out of your day and go to our Action Network petition and send an email to Speaker Adrian Adams. Right now, there is a bill package at City Council that has a lot of really great initiatives to reduce the amount of waste that we are sending to landfills. And it has a lot of support. And the next step is getting Speaker Adams to bring it to the floor for a vote. So again, take 3 seconds, use the link that LJ dropped in the chat, send an email to Speaker Adams, tell her why you want zero waste, and join the Climate Justice Working Group meeting to get this done. Thank you so much.
Good evening, this is Bailey again. You know, the weekend is upon us and there's the Indigenous holiday coming up, but on Sunday, October 9th at the James Baldwin Mall, we're gonna have jazz in the park. It's located at St. Nicholas Park, the James Baldwin Lawn, and that's gonna be this Sunday from 12:30 to 5:30. So come out, enjoy. Hopefully there'll be good weather. Come out and enjoy a little jazz in the park.
Hello, everybody. This is Charles. We have our Healthy Homes Working Group meeting coming up on this Thursday. We're going to be releasing a press release about the conditions and what we think about nitrogen and what they should be doing. I've been working with the Environmental Health Committee to make sure that we hear your voices. So please come out. Let's review the document that we want to send out to the public. It's at 6:30. There's a link. You'll also get the link in the chat. Yes, come out on October 11th at 6:30.
Good morning. This Tuesday, next week, October 15th, we'll be doing a march for housing, which will start on 135th Street in St. Nicholas and end at 181st in Broadway. As we know, when we use the term affordable, we really knows what that means. Okay, is some of the housing in the city really affordable? So come out on October 15th at 11 a.m. to march all the way to 181st Street for a march on housing. And there's a rain date involved as well. The rain date will be October 23rd. So come out and march for housing. I want to speak to you about a call to action, and this is regarding the 125th Street and Broadway #1 train. This train station is a very unique station. As you can see by the picture, it is very high. The escalators do not take you to the platform. They take you as far as the mezzanine level. We are calling an action to Columbia to contribute to building elevators at this train station. It is extremely important that those with mobility issues are able to access the platform. Truly affordable, accessible transit allows people to take the elevator or escalator to the platform and not have to take stairs. So there's a petition we're asking people to sign. I'll put the link in the chat. We want to call Columbia, and it's part of the community benefits agreement that they must address the issue at this train station. It's in the community benefits agreement. So come out and make sure that you sign the petition. I'll put the link in the chat shortly. Also, I am proud to announce that WEAC is launching or relaunching a transportation working group. This is where advocates like yourself help shape policy around transit, when transit is supposed to be affordable, accessible, and equitable for all New Yorkers, not just Northern Manhattan, but the entire city. So come to the Monday, October 17th launch. We'll be discussing these issues. I'll give everybody like one quick minute to take a picture of the QR code, but October 17th, 6 p.m., come join us.
Next slide, please. Annie, you're up.
All right, Annie again. We have the day after the transportation working group, so full week. Our climate justice working group, where you can come and talk about issues like zero waste, energy democracy, emergency preparedness. We have a lot of really fantastic things going on in the working group. So please join us Tuesday, October 18th. And I will drop the link to register in the chat.
Good morning, everyone. Brianna here, State Legislative Manager with WEAC for Environmental Justice. On October 26th, we'll be having a virtual event where we would love all of you to join us for an engaging discussion on what energy democracy means to you and what WEAC's plan is across the state for us to transition to an energy grid that is clean, affordable, and stable for all of our members. So we'd love for you to engage with us in that conversation and hear personal stories from all of you. And you can use the QR code on the slide there to register, but there is also the URL I just posted in the chat. We hope to see you there.
All right, I think this is me, Jared Burke. I'm the Environmental Health Manager at WEACT, and we have a DIY beauty night coming up on Friday, October 28th from 3:30 to 6 p.m. We're hosting this event to celebrate Children's Environmental Health Month and to bring awareness to the specific issue of toxic chemicals and personal care products, specifically for young girls and young girls of color. And this event is in partnership with Columbia's Center for Children's Environmental Health and their Youth Council. They'll actually be putting on some DIY product tutorials to teach young girls how to make some of their own products like lip balm, body scrub, shampoo, deodorant, other things. And it'll be a really fun, interactive event. And it'll be at the Columbia Mailman School of Public Health in the Hess Commons. You can see there's a QR code there on the screen. You can scan that. I'll also post a link in the chat to sign up. But bring your friends, bring your family. If you have daughters or granddaughters who you think would be interested and want to make some fun products, then they can join us. There'll also be a raffle. So the first 50 people to show up will get entered into that raffle for some fun beauty related products. So we hope to see you there, and I'll post the link in the chat.
Thank you. Next slide. Charles?
Yes, just to let you guys know, we have a workforce development 30-hour OSHA and SST class coming up on October 31st through the 4th, where you can get your full 40-hour OSHA requirements and certifications so that you can move forward in getting work in construction. There is a link. I'll drop it in the chat. And if you're interested, please sign up for the training. Thank you.
Thank you, Charles. So now we have the Planning Committee overview. Bailey, would you like to take over?
Yes, good morning, everyone, and welcome again. My name is Bailey, the Manager of Membership. We are going to have privy to a Planning Committee overview. I will turn it over to the Chair of the Planning Committee, Shael.
Good morning, everybody. Thanks, Bailey. As Bailey said, I'm Shael Pandya. I'm the Chair of the Planning Committee. We wanted to spend the next 15 minutes kind of provide the membership with an overview of the planning committee, what it is that we are tasked to do, how we go about it, and what our overall goals are. So on the right, you will see we have 5 overarching goals. They include initiatives, communications, representations, governance, and leadership development. Our job is, of course, to make sure that we increase the communication and have effective communication between the membership and the WEAC staff. We also want to see what initiatives are near and dear to the membership and plan around implement them with the support of WEAC. We, of course, represent the membership in all WEAC meetings and the general body meetings. We also want to make sure that the executive branch of WEAC is aligned with the organizational goals and that of the membership and push them if needed. And lastly, through our membership, set up a pipeline of leadership development so that we have more leaders who are active in environmental justice areas and really push the agenda that WEAC started with. So the way we go about this is set up multiple subcommittees that align with different policy, communication, and outreach areas that WEAC does. So I'm going to give it up to Jewel, who chairs our communication subcommittee.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Jewel Jones. I happen to be the chair of the communication subcommittee. Also on the subcommittee is Lizelle Williams. She's the vice chair, and Bailey. We also work with the WEAC's director of communications, who is Chris. So I want to talk a little bit about the communication subcommittee, and to follow will be the outreach and the policy subcommittees. But in terms of the communication subcommittee, everyone, we have an overarching responsibility of enhancing communications between WEAC staff and membership. We can provide training in communication technology to WEAC members, we contribute to WEAC's communications and social media objectives. I will talk about some of those momentarily, and then work towards developing written and visual materials to provide greater visibility in the WEAC community. And you'll see on each of these slides my email address. So we hope that based on what I've said in the subcommittees to follow, individuals will want to reach out and participate in these subcommittees. Next slide, please. So how do we accomplish our goals? So currently, this is communication. So we do typical things, phone calls, email, newsletter, print mailing, which not so much. There's obviously like social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. And then there are obviously other things as well. So that's why we would like to hear from members in terms of ideas you may have in terms of, getting the message out. So we have a current kind of initiative, a work plan we're working on. So getting the message out. So we want to work on avenues of getting out specific policy initiatives. And Lizelle mentioned, let's do like maybe some live interviews of WEAC members. And out of that, there may be some clips and sound bites that we may already have that can be edited to a 2 to 3 minute clip. So let me just talk a little bit more about that. So, we're looking at, Lizelle would sit down with a member, and that the member would, be recorded and just discuss, maybe why they became a member of WEAC, why they want to be on the communication subcommittee, or just some ideas they have in terms of communications amongst other WEAC members. So that's just the kind of something we're working on. Next slide. And then Lizelle, feel free to, Bailey, feel free to pop in. Next slide, please. And then so in terms of a quick pitch, so we have working groups. We all know there's working groups. There's the climate justice working group, which I'm a part of. Several transportation that's starting. So in terms of working groups, each working group can do maybe a quick pitch on what they're doing. So out of the communication subcommittee, we would work with working groups. And so as an example, the transportation working group, which Bailey leads, there's some ideas, reviewing ideas from the transportation working group survey. So there was a survey that was put out. Those who were interested in becoming a part of the transportation working group, you recall there was a survey, you expressed an interest. Bailey then reached out to you, out of that survey, there were some ideas that Bailey was able to collect, so we could maybe work on those ideas or just expand upon those ideas as part of the transportation working group. And that would be an overarching thing that the communication subcommittee would do as well. And then, Bailey mentioned the elevators, and just, this is my error here in putting, he was talking about the Columbia University elevators in terms of contributing to the 125th Street. So that was that. So we maybe expand upon that and work on that as well. Next slide, please. So what can you do? So the membership, we would like for you to join our subcommittee, outreach subcommittee, policy subcommittee, join a subcommittee. I realize there are a lot of working groups, but as the overarching planning committee, we have kind of direct line with executive staff and staff of WEAC. And as I said, the communication subcommittee works with Chris directly in terms of communication. So, if you have an interest or level of expertise as it relates to best practices in terms of communication, join our subcommittee. Do you want to assist WEAC as an organization in spreading information, events, initiatives? Join our subcommittee. So that's my email address. It's and that's an error there. It's 2009 on the look on the left, the other side. That's my email address. Feel free to reach out to me, Lizelle, Bailey, those of us that are part of this communication subcommittee. I believe that's my last slide, is it? Now I'm going to toss it over to Russell, who is the chair of the outreach subcommittee. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much for that, Jules. And good morning once again. My name is Russell Taylor, and I am on the planning committee. I serve as subcommittee chairman for outreach. And also I'm assisted by my vice chair, Yvonne Jean Noel. And my duties include tabling, and we have to clarify tabling. Tabling is where we go out into the streets. We set up tables with handouts and so forth to bring attention to the general public about certain issues. Also, I do a lot of phone banking for WEAC. You probably hear me making phone calls to you guys to come to our monthly membership meetings and other activities. I feel that I'm a community engagement specialist, and I do a lot of door knocking, and especially around issues that pertain to nature. So the planning committee works on climate, environmental, health, housing, and transit concerns, primarily in Northern Manhattan. Our aim is to advocate for and with community residents while reducing disproportionate effects of environmental hazards. Next slide, please. Current activities for the past, this is a little bit more about me, but for the past 3 years through our NYCHA Healthy Homes Working Group, meetings, I've been engaged in mitigating lead, mold, pests, unreliable elevators, and heating issues. Also educating NYCHA residents of the privatization efforts and ending section or Title IX, low, moderate income public housing, because they're playing with the word affordable. And when we say affordable housing, affordable to who? So also carrying out my duties as a county committee. I am a county committee member of the 69th Assembly District. I got elected June 28th of June. And also I like supporting community members affected by these attempts of privatization of public housing. So my information is up there. It's leestaylor3004@gmail.com if you're a NYCHA resident and you need some help in understanding what these privatized efforts of NYCHA mean for you, please reach out to me. Thank you very much. Next slide. Oh, sorry. Ways to get involved. You guys, you can reach out to me. We can do some phone banking, doing some outreach effort, tabling and flyering, also door knocking, and attending community events. Once again, my information is posted up there. I'm looking forward to working with you, so reach out to me. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. How are you? I'm Joyce Bialik. I'm a member of WEAC's Planning Committee and chair of this policy subcommittee. Currently joining me on the subcommittee our planning committee members and officers, Shael Pandya and Tina Johnson. Working with We Act policy team, we aim to advance environmental justice in the city, and we invite you to work with us, to join us. Our mission is to better connect members to We Act policies and campaigns. Next slide, please. So why is the work of the policy subcommittee important? Well, we think that members are in a good position to understand and report real problems on the ground and help develop real solutions. For example, do you agree that it's important to understand why Uptown has dirty streets and overflowing litter baskets? Is the answer more litter baskets? Is the answer also better compliance by our landlords to a law that requires them to provide 2 disposal bins, one for trash and the other for recycling, and so that they won't use litter baskets for their trash? And are there other answers to this puzzle? Another reason why we think it's important is that we engage members in helping to enact our policies into law. Very important. So in order to carry out the mission of the subcommittee, what can members do? Next slide, please. First, use phones to make 311 complaints. When it comes to sanitation issues, we know that the commissioner looks regularly at 311 complaints. So if you give a complaint, she's going to see it. Also, we want for our records for you to complete a form that we will provide to show the complaints you've made, because actually it's hard for outsiders other than the commissioner to see the different 311 complaints. I've tried it. Also, use social media to publicize the problems. This is a great story. One member of the planning committee used Twitter to show how Uptown has fewer litter baskets than downtown. And when her council member saw the tweet, she contacted the sanitation commissioner to ask that baskets that were removed be replaced. We also will be engaging in We Act working groups where policies are discussed and campaigns are developed to get policies passed into law. Working jointly with the communications subcommittee, we will create messages about We Act policies that will make members really care about fixing the problems the policies address. You have questions, you want to join us, and please join us because we have a lot of work to do. Please email me, and you can see the email address below. And looking forward to working with you on issues that you see on the ground and working in the working groups. Thank you very much. Pamela.
Thank you so much. Great job, Joyce. And up next, we're going to be speaking with Donna Gill, who is a longtime member of We Act and also has recently become the Commissioner for Civic Engagement on the Civic Engagement Commission. So Donna Gill, we welcome you and we're ready for you to speak. Bailey, can you spotlight Donna for us?
Yes, give me 1 second.
Good morning, everyone. I'm trying to turn on my video. It's not working. So we'll turn it off. Good morning. My name is Donna Gill, and Bailey, you spelled my last name wrong. It's 2 L's instead of 1, but I appreciate you. You've known me forever. So thank you. I am a member of the commissioner on the Civic Engagement Commission. Now, people who don't know what the Civic Engagement Commission